Good afternoon, everyone present in this meeting. I am Priya along with my team members. Today, we are going to present our presentation on the topic FMCG industry. Next slide. So, these are the content we are going to talk about. Next slide. So, what is FMCG goods? FMCG can be defined as packaged goods that are consumed or sold at a regular and small intervals. The price of these FMCG goods are low and the profit earned are more depend upon the volume of the sales of the product. Indian FMCG sector is the fourth largest sector in the economy. FMCG sector is an important contributor to India's GDP growth. The sector include dairy products, household products, drinks, etc. FMCG sector provide employment to around 3 million people. Next is evolution of FMCG goods. As they say, Rome wasn't built in one day. The FMCG sector also didn't evolve in such mammoth proportion overnight. Uh, India has been always one of the most India has been one of the most populous country in the world, even to leading a larger demand. In the year between 1950 to 1980, there was a limited investment in FMCG sector. Between 1980 to 1990, people wanted more variety of product, which encouraged FMCG companies to increase their variety of product. After 1991, FMCG industry was inspired by international companies. International company which also allow government intervention to initiate foreign FMCG companies to operate in India. Local people had lower purchasing power. That's why they used to buy only necessary products. Next slide. Next is characteristic of FMCG goods. The very first one is it's a daily use product. Each and every individual uses FMCG products like soap, packaged goods like biscuits on daily basis. That's why it is a daily use product. Second is quick buying decision. People don't spend that much time while purchasing these FMCG goods because they are low in price, and instant buying decision increase sales of these FMCG products. Quick buying decision is the beauty of this FMCG product. Next is employment generator. This industry gives a huge opportunity for employment. It may be as a job or as a channel partner or any brand. Large number of retailer, wholesaler, distributor, or a warehouse gives a huge amount of employment. Next is low price product. As product of FMCG are low in price, and that is one of the reason why its customer base is so strong. Last one is high transaction. Million of transaction happen every day because of its necessary and its low price range that makes a higher transaction. Next, Tapasya will continue.
So these are the characteristics of the FMCG industry. First, technology. So the emerging internet people have adopted the ROPO method, which is research online purchase offline method. In this, the FMCG companies have installed the advanced machinery for the better quality of purpose, and so they have decreased their profit margin to match with their competitors. Next point is market drive and research. Many of the companies are continuing to influence their customers, and they offer the promotional deal, and many of the firms offer the deal, combo deal to attract the customers so that they can buy their products. Next is low capital intensity. The FMCG, the companies which are operate under the FMCG, they are relatively require the less capital for the investment in machinery, plants and equipment and other fixed assets. Next, the high initial launch cost. There are requirements of high initial launch cost because of promotion, advertisement, testing, market compatibility, market research, and most important to make the product familiar with the customers. Last point is the trend towards the natural products. The nowadays the companies or the market is shifting towards the natural products, which is entirely made up of the natural ingredients. And the examples of some brands like the Just Herbs and Vedic. Next slide. So these are types of fast moving consumer goods. First, prepared meals. These are those goods which are made for the immediate consumption. For example, desserts and the sandwiches. Next is processed foods. These are those goods which are prepared through the various levels of processing. For example, cheese, biscuit, etc. Next is beverages. These are the drinks except the water. For example, Coke and juices. Next is fresh food. These are those goods which are not preserved or are not spoiled yet. For example, fruits and vegetables. Frozen foods are those goods which are preserved until it's used. For example, peas and carrots. Next is dry food. These are the goods which do not contain any water or liquid. For example, raisins and the peaches. Next is the cosmetic. These are the products which help in enhancing the beauty of the customer. Uh, they like perfumes and the moisturizers. Next is medicine. These are the drugs or the preparation for the treatment or prevention of the diseases. And next is cleaning products. These are the products which help in removing the dust. For example, cleaning liquid, oven cleaner, window and glass cleaner. Next is office supplies. These are the products which are supplies to the offices. For example, pen, pencil, and markers. Next slide. So this is bifurcation of the FMCG product as per their usage. For the larger quantity, that is 43%, which are food products, is consumed by the customers. Next is the personal care product, which is 22%, and the next is hair care product, which is 8%. And under the 7% category is other, which comes under. Next is OTC product and household products are on the same level, which is 4%. So next slide will be continued by the Sajal Mangal.
Market share of top FMCG companies. These are some of the leading FMCG manufacturing companies and their market share in Indian market. At the topmost and the market leader is Hindustan Unilever with 36.4%, and number of products are manufactured by HUL. And with 30% of market share, ITC is the second most largest FMCG company in India. Nestle is one of the world's top most FMCG company, owns only 8.2% of market share, and 6% of market share is owned by Britannia. And last 19.4% of market share is owned by other companies. Next slide. Next slide. Government initiatives. Some of the major initiatives taken by the government to promote the FMCG sector in India are as follows. On November 11, 2020, Union Cabinet approved the Production Linked Incentive PLI scheme in 10 key sectors, including electronics and white goods, to boost India's manufacturing capabilities, export, and promote the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Development in the packaged food sector will contribute to increased prices for farmers and reduce the high level of waste. Next, the Government of India has approved 100% FDI in cash and carry segment and in single brand retail, along with 15% of FDI in multi brand retail. The government has drafted a new consumer protection bill with special emphasis mechanism to ensure speedy, affordable, and timely delivery of justice to consumers. The Goods and Service Tax (GST) is beneficial for the FMCG industry, as many of the FMCG products such as soap, toothpaste, and hair oil now come under the 18% tax bracket, against the previous rate was 23 to 24%. Also, GST on food products and hygiene products have been reduced to 0 to 5% and 12 to 18% respectively. GST is expected to transform logistics in the FMCG sector into a modern and efficient model. Next slide. Nature of FMCG industry. FMCG sector generally deals with FMCG product or last moving consumer goods. FMCG products have a quick turnover and relatively low cost. India's FMCG sector is fourth largest sector in the economy and contribute to around 3 million employment opportunities. FMCG sector is in excess of 85,000 crore rupees. It includes household care, personal care, food and beverages. Next slide. Advantages to Indian FMCG industry: growing demand. Packaged food market in India is expected to double to 70 billion US dollar by 2025. Uh, attractive opportunities. Increase in disposable income in rural India and low penetration level in rural market offers room for growth. Next is policy support. Investment approval of up to 100% foreign equity in single brand retail and 15% in multi brand retail. The Union Government Production Linked Incentive (PLI) scheme gives companies a major opportunity to boost exports. Next is policy support. Next is higher investment. Investment in the sector attract investors as FMCG products have demand throughout the year. The sector witnessed healthy FDI inflow of 18.3 billion US dollar from April 2000 to December 2020. Next slide will be explained by Aryan Mathur.
Now I will continue with the impact of GST on the FMCG industry. There were both positive and negative impact of GST. First point of positive impact is taxes have lowered or remained the same as compared to the erstwhile tax regime. Taxes have lowered or remained the same on many FMCG products like packaged foods, over-the-counter drugs, etc. Second point is indirect taxes were applicable. Earlier, indirect taxes were applicable like indirect taxes like central excise duty, sales tax, service tax, etc. Uh, with the introduction of GST, the taxes have reduced. Next is reduced tax burden on manufacturers. Uh, GST has also reduced the burden on manufacturers because of the low cost of production, because of uh, low uh, because of availability of cheap raw materials due to GST. The negative impact was frequently changing rates. In November 2017, the implementation on 200 FMCG goods were announced by by the GST Council. The lack of clarity in the tax rate have have uh, had led to immense confusion for the various products. Second is anti-profiteering issues. The transitional rate and the frequent changes in the tax rate have given rise to anti-profiteering issues. Uh, Hence, the companies has not been able to pass the benefits to the consumer to the consumers directly. In addition, there continues to be ambiguity on how to determine and compute the manufacturer's profit. Next is impact of COVID-19 on FMCG industry. First point is not only changed consumer behavior but made FMCG companies to reinvent their strategies. Many FMCG companies reinvented their strategies for acquisition, retention, and value proposition, and to survive in the market. Second point is enhanced demand for the personal hygiene product. Because of this virus, uh, many people start doing hygiene by therefore there were high demand for the products like wipes, masks, sanitizers, home cleaning products, etc. Third point is consumers switched from shops, shopping malls, and the supermarkets to online portals to stay at home and to follow social distancing. Many people switched from shopping malls to online portals. Dunzo, Flipkart, Amazon Pantry, and Grofers Big Basket were the best among others. Among all, next is some non-essential products did not do well. Some non-essential products like beauty care product, deodorants, uh, moisturizers, etc. did not do so well. Last is lack of productivity during the lockdown resulted in loss of jobs and pay cuts. Many people lost their jobs during the lockdown, uh, which resulted in lack of finance. Next is impact of Budget 2021 on FMCG industry. Uh, Budget 2021 has really helped FMCG industry to recover as there were initiatives towards development of rural infrastructure development and doubling of micro irrigation corpus. These initiatives helped uh, helped in increasing employment and put more money in the hand of the consumer to drive the consumption up of the FMCG goods, boosting the boosting the FMCG industry. Now the conclusion is FMCG goods are those goods that are consumed in the day-to-day life of the people. FMCG sector got limited investment till 1950. After that, people more variety. Therefore, the investment was huge after 1950. FMCG sector is the fourth largest sector in the economy. There were various initiatives that were taken by the government, like implementation of GST, Consumer Protection Bill, etc. Apart from this, COVID-19 has impacted the economy negatively and is continuing to impact. Many people are losing their jobs. And budget 2021 somehow helped to recover, as there were investment in the rural infrastructure spent towards roads, rural areas, and agriculture parks, which helped to uh, concentrate more money in the hands of the consumer to drive up the consumption of FMCG goods, boosting the FMCG industry. These are the references, and thank you.